to get into,
we about to get into
the
it.
drama.
Into the drama, okay? So as y'all already know, Carlos King got his career started at Bravo. And then, he did. It wasn't given what it was supposed to be given. So he went on to the OWN. He said,
Is
I'm about
he
to...
giving it on OWN though?
That's up to some people's discretion, okay? So we already know Carlos King that started a franchise that kind of almost mirrors Andy Cohen's franchises of The Real Housewives, except for he's taking it a step further. He's calling it Love and Marriage. He's,
that was my assignment, y'all.
Love and Marriage. So he's talking about love and marriage, and he's focusing on these cities. The first franchise started Love and Marriage Huntsville. Second franchise started with DC, and now he's moved on to his third franchise. He is in the Dirty D, where he's from. So we already know Carlos King is from Detroit. So he was more than excited. If you watch the intro to Love and Marriage Detroit,
Was he though?
He was.
No, it's his city. Yeah,
it's his city. Born and raised there. So he was mad excited. Like, hey, this is my city. Yeah. This is, So, okay. So we're going to get into Love and Marriage Detroit. We're going to introduce all these. Are they characters or couples?
Characters.
Because they acting real characterish. Okay. So we're going to get into it. Okay.
Well, the husbands is acting like Patricia's.
They Patricia's all day. All day. Patricia's. And if y'all don't know who Patricia's are, then y'all need to go on over to Andy Bravo and watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Patricia, aka Peter Thomas, was married to Cynthia, but so if you just Google Patricia and Nene
women's business.
Exactly, because that's what's going on in here. It's a lot of women's.
Call him a bitch though?
Yes. It's a lot of women's business.
Listen,
bitch.
Little bitch.
So it's a lot of that staying out of women's businesses that's going on here. So
let's talk about it.
Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so Love and Marriage, Detroit. The new situation started, the Dirty D. Okay, because I'm quite sure. No, it does, because I'm quite sure allegedly some of these husbands might have Dirty D. Allegedly.
Ooh, child, the shade. Oh, she's starting off early, y'all. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying. If you're watching the show, you already know. You feeling the suspicion, the spidey senses is tingling. These husbands, they're not giving what they're supposed to give. Okay, in my opinion, they just not. They're not husbanding to me. So
some of them are doing a little too much.
They're doing a little too much. So
some of them are a little sus.
Okay, so let's just get into it. Okay. So our first thing, we are introduced to the couple. So our first couple is Brandon and Christina. They've been married for about 11 years. I want to say they met on Tinder, or they met somewhere. They met somewhere on social. Some was Tinder. So yes.
So this is the couple we really talk about.
So Brandon.
Get into it.
Man Bun. If y'all don't know, Man Bun owns Star Factory, where he develops artists.
Supposedly.
Develops artists, okay? And he is married to the beautiful Christina. Christina is a social media influencer. She is all about fashion. They have two beautiful daughters.
She's beautiful. But can we get into her braces, girl?
Why is it so damn funny that she got braces? Maybe she
gonna do the Invisalign.
Maybe she didn't want to do Invisalign. First of all, no, I'm gonna tell you this. Listen. Invisaligns, let's get into the Invisaligns, okay? We already know the Invisaligns, yes, they are invisible. However, if you're drinking Kool-Aid or eating any type of anything, it's going to show. So can you just imagine if she's trying to eat a salad and she's trying to tape and she's got a piece of...
Okay.
She got some lettuce. She got the mix. What is it? The half and half? The mix? The salad mix in her teeth? Like, don't nobody want to... If I got invisible braces on and I'm trying to smile, or I'm trying to cuss you out, I don't want y'all to see.
It's gonna flip out.
Right, you don't want to sit in there like, you don't want the green. You don't want the green sitting there.
Excuse me.
So anyway, we gonna get off my girl Christina. Yes, Christina.
But my thing is though, why she wait so long? Get them now, like girl.
Maybe she ain't had the money, or she didn't want to.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
So who paid for them?
I mean,
Carlos.
Carlos. Well, maybe the show. Shit, maybe they did. Maybe she was waiting and said, God dang
you can't
it.
be coming up on this show with them crooked
I don't
teeth.
listen. Exactly. And that's why she put them braces on. She said, I'm not going to have that crooked smile. I'm not going to do that crooked smile. Okay?
Crooked letter,
humpback. She said, I'm not doing a crooked smile. So anyway, Christina got braces. I'm not mad at you. She is the mother of two. And she is the wife of Brandon Man-Bun, who is
So what are your thoughts on Brandon first?
So first of all, Brandon, like I said, he owns Star Factory, where he creates stars, he develops artists. And first of all, it was already sus when he was talking about developing artists and stuff. And I'm like, you up to something.
Who is he developing though?
Some of his female artists that he was developing other than. So anyway, Christina.
So who's on the roster?
Exactly. So Christina is a consultant, fashion, and so in the beginning she was helping Brandon's artists. She was dressing them for them for different shows and whatnot.
I don't know what they was looking like because we don't even know who the artists are. So
underground probably. So she dressing these artists, and so we kept there was just like a situation where they just kept.
So she was just dressing the mistress.
Exactly.
Okay.
So what ended up happening? We find out that Brandon was doing. He was doing more than developing his artists, okay? Apparently, he had developed an emotional connection with one of his artists who his wife had gotten close to, who Christina was dressing, come to find out. They had developed some type of emotional type of situation, and Christina found out about it. So now Christina let the people know.
Emotional roller coaster.
Emotional roller coaster. So when I see Brandon, this is all I see. With that bun on top of his
we do
head.
have to play the donkey. We have to play the donkey.
Because Christina, exactly, he's a jackass. Because Christina is steadily on an emotional roller coaster. You already see Christina is already on edge, okay? She's on edge, okay? So we know that about her. Brandon, are you really developing artists, my guy? Anyway, we're going to get back to him. Okay, so our next couple.
Are you?
We're going to get back to him. We're going to roast you. We're going to roast your ass. So our next couple is Russell and Colby Harris. Russell, we already know. Colby, that's my Superman, because this couple, they are fit. They fit and they fine.
Yeah, they
Russell,
cute.
They cute. Russell and Colby is fit and fine. She calls him her Superman. Russell got muscle on top of muscle. Colby, big as a minute. They got a little daughter, Kendall.
Okay. I got to get into this show. I'm sorry, though. Because, Mr. Russell. I'm just not like how he, treat her.
Yeah, Mr. Russell. No, we're going to get into it. Mr. Russell is a Neanderthal. Mr. Russell is
this ain't about us. You need to be quiet.
Yes.
The scene,
yes.
Let's talk about that scene.
That scene.
Get into it. Okay,
so that scene. First thing we're introduced to all the couples. They are at a Father's Day. Barbecue that the wives put together. All the husbands are together. Our next couple that we're going to talk about is Anthony and Latoya. All the couples there. So we got Brandon, we got Christina, we got Russell, we got Colby.
Let's introduce the couples.
Anthony. Okay, so we're going to backtrack. Okay, so Russell and Colby. Cute little couple, whatever. We already know Russell. So we're going to talk about why Russell is. So y'all already heard Just Kyle say he didn't like the way that Russell talks to Colby. So Russell talks to Colby the way he talks to her because Russell is in the military. So he's basically, as a sergeant or whatever, he got that mentality that's, Colby, you my wife, but you going to fall in line like the soldiers that's under me. Like, he crazy. I don't know who he think he talking to.
I'm going to walk in front of you, you going to walk behind me.
Because that ain't happening for me. Again, so that's how he talks to her, because he's military minded, and guys already know, like, people that's in the military, they think they can talk to y'all like y'all they soldiers, and so that's how he treats Colby, and probably got the little baby, and she probably got a little army suit be lined up behind mama.
So he's she's into the
she's a social media influencer,
just like
as well, like Christina. So Christina and Colby are like this. They like sisters, right? They like sisters. Colby.
Talk about the couples first.
So Colby is 10 years. He's Christina's
trying to be a preacher now.
Junior.
Is he open up what is he doing now? Was he open up a gym? Then he was going to be a preacher? He don't know what he wants to do.
Russell just got a lot of stuff going on. He trying to preach and all this stuff like that. And then our last couple is Anthony. Anthony and his wife Latoya. Dr. Latoya is a physical therapist, so she's doing her thing. She is also an entrepreneuress. She owns Opulence Wine. It's a luxury wine brand. Never heard of it. Guys,
if you want
Latoya,
to get it, I ain't about
Latoya, we looking for sponsors.
Okay.
Get in where you fit in on the ground floor. I'm telling you, we ain't got nobody right now. I'm drinking out of Minnie Mouse glass. He drinking out of
that's the case. We'll give it to our little spot. You know, not
you can sponsor us.
You sponsor us.
Toya, sponsor us
on the show.
Opulence. I will wear Opulence T-shirt. I will drink every flavor that you have, even the dry, even the dry ones. I don't drink dry wine, but I will try everything. He drinks dry. I like sweet. So again, we will try all of your wines. Get in. I'm trying to tell you, get in where you fit in, because once it's gonna be a little fee.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. So come in.
She all right.
Come in, Toya. So Toya owns Opulence Wine. Okay, it's a luxury wine brand. They doing their thing. So Anthony,
what he do?
Anthony is the CEO of the Man Movement. And what else does he? He does something else. I can't remember.
Film. Because he
works for Live Nation.
Yes.
He works for Live Nation. Film. So Anthony, works for Live Nation, production, all this other stuff. Anthony was doing very well during COVID. He was working out in Atlanta. Latoya got mad about that because I'm gonna say this, and I might catch some flack. I might catch some flack.
So let's talk about that.
I might catch some flack about this, but I don't care. So I feel like this. Latoya looks at Anthony like, okay, we know that he's her husband, but I think she's looking at him as her assistant. So when he went out to Atlanta, he had a lot of opportunity to continue to thrive with being in the filming industry and stuff like that. So he was not there to assist her with Opulence and with their children. So I think she was pissed about that. And so now she's coming down on him about, when you went to Atlanta, you left us. And she was getting ready to leave him. But my thing is, Anthony, we don't really know what could have happened had he stayed in Atlanta. They could be making multi-million-dollars, all that money. So the money that Anthony was making, we're finding out that he was investing into Opulence.
So they had a conversation on the little boat, which I feel like they should not have that conversation. That should have been a conversation they would have personally. But we gotta
backtrack about that, because we gotta talk about all the couples issues before we get into.
What's the next couple issue?
Okay, so y'all, we were saying, I didn't mean to hit the table, but we're saying, all the couples meet up for Father's Day situation. Okay, at the Father's Day situation, we find out that Anthony is trying to put together a man movement. He wants all the men to get together to go away. To go away for the weekend. They kick it. Okay, so the first person that has a problem, the first person that has a problem is Christina. Christina is like, and so the other husbands are like, we didn't know why Christina was really adamant about. Anthony talks about his man movement, and he's saying that he wants all the husbands to join him for a weekend. They can all get together. He could teach them more about the man movement, how to be better men, how to be better fathers, blah, 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 blah. We found out Christina is like, I'm not with it. Brandon, he can't go. And so everybody's like, Russell's like, well, I'm not. Russell like, I don't got to ask my wife. Anthony's like, I'm not asking my wife. I'm telling my wife. So basically it got into this debate about, can I ask you? Can I go?
I'm telling you, do I have to ask? It was a lot.
So it just got into a lot. And so we find out Christina is feeling a certain kind of way because, as we already said, Brandon was emotionally invested in an artist. So of course, Christina's insecurities are always going to ring true. Brandon